If you're on Mac ecosystem and you're looking for an app to edit your videos, which app is right for you? There are commonly three apps which is used widely from people, and that's Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, and FinalCut Pro. But which one is right for you? I'm going to explain it in 5 different categories that can make it easier for you to make a decision which is right for you and which is not. Well, we're going to discuss about ease of use, features, optimization of performance, color grading, and pricing very quickly. If you're looking for ease of use, I think it's clear that it's Final Cut Pro because the DaVinci Resolve has a bit learning curve because it's a pro thing, and the Premiere Pro, it's a bit complicated. It has a lot of features, and I don't like the overall UI with Premiere Pro. That's why, since you're on the Mac ecosystem, I think it's good to go with the Final Cut Pro for ease of use. Now, when we come to the features, I think it's a clear winner with the DaVinci Resolve, with the plugins you have, with a lot of features you have inside the app that makes it very all-in-one application. And if you're someone who wants to invest your time to be a good video editor, I think it's better to go with the DaVinci Resolve. So for features, I'll give it to DaVinci Resolve. Now, when we go to color grading, it's again a clear winner to DaVinci Resolve because it has a very precise color grading system, and it's been used with a lot of big color graders, and also I think it's approved by Netflix. That's why for color grading, you might go with DaVinci Resolve. I think Final Cut Pro and Premiere is in the kind of same level, but for color grading, I will give it to DaVinci Resolve. When it comes to optimization and performance, since you're on a Mac system, I think it's better to go with Final Cut Pro because it makes sense. It's very aligned with the system of Mac. And even if you have older Mac, especially if you're someone who doesn't have newer Mac computer, then I think it's better to go with the Final Cut Pro to have something like very optimized and very good performance. Lastly, the pricing, which is also very important. And if you're someone who hates subscription system, you have to forget about Premiere because it has monthly subscription. It doesn't have lifetime license. That's why I don't like Premiere Pro subscription. That's why you have to lean on to Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve if the pricing is very important for you, because there are very close prices for the lifetime license between Final Cut and DaVinci Resolve. But the good thing with DaVinci Resolve is that it has a free version for beginners that you can go before buying that license. You can try it out by yourself and see if that's the right application for you or not. Even in the free version, DaVinci Resolve has a lot of features, and you can literally use it for editing editing videos. That's why I think for pricing, I'll give it an 8 for DaVinci Resolve since it has that free version, but either Final Cut and DaVinci Resolve, it's very tight for pricing. But forget about the Premiere Pro because it has subscription system and it's just not good. And yeah,